Hello everypony, and welcome to a very special episode of a review. First of all, if you hear any clicking sounds, don't mind that. That is just my 3DS doing an interval of clouds outside. Very interesting. I have decided that I would do, I have decided that I would actually do a kind of review of different fixtures from the game Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. Just not too long ago, Scott Cawthon put up a Steam page showing the new Sister Locations game, and it showed that the game would release in around October. The thing is, along with that, there were some new images he put up that he had not put into any kind of trailers, or at least I don't think he put them in yet. Maybe he put them into the upcoming trailers, since one of the videos he published was Sister Location Trailer 1, meaning there's more than one to come. So I decided I might as well review these pictures and see what we can discover about them. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, let me just... Sorry, I was trying to adjust the curtains so that there's not much of a glare. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So, you might have noticed, or you might have seen the previous teaser image Scott put up, which was this button in the bottom right. This button was supposedly supposed to control mini-arenas, like Ballora mini-arenas, mini-Ballorinas. Well played, Cawthon, well played. Anyways, you can see here we have the little button that's supposed to control the mini-arenas. Since in the teaser image all we saw was dark gray, I'm assuming that was actually a camera shot of the window right here that was in front of the panel. Which means that, in a way, the previous teaser was actually part of this room. So, yeah, so we have the little button here, we have the little window used to control the mini-arenas. We have a baby mask, or a party kid mask, whatever that is. I'm assuming that would have to mean something. Either that's going to be a tiny little game mechanic, or that's just going to be like... Actually, no game mechanic is tiny. Every mechanic is major. That's either going to be a mechanic, or that is just some sort of... or that's just some sort of design. You can also see we have some kind of... What is that? Let's zoom in a bit. We have some sort of... What the heck is that? I have no idea what this is. But I would assume this is also either a decoration or some kind of hidden animatronic. I can't be too sure. I mean, if we look close enough, is there any options here to like... Is there any options here to like brighten up the image? Let's see. Edit, organize, or share. What just happened? Okay, hold on. Wait, no, I didn't want this. Dang it! Okay, sorry, give me a second. This is a bit awkward. Alright, there we go. Sorry. Okay, anyways. Okay, I don't know how to brighten this. So, as I said before, we have the panel, we have the window, we have the baby mask. That's what I'm calling it, because that looks like the face of baby. Not really. We have a little baby clock, which I would assume is going to be how we'll be able to tell what time it is. In this room, at least. I'm sure in the other rooms, if there are any, there will be different ways of telling what time it is. Here's a riddle, here's a quiz. Do you know what time it is? Man, I wish wow upsy. Anyways, sorry, we have a large fan here. So, there's that. Basically, anything in this room could be either a design or some kind of, or it could be some kind of, well, so and most of the things in here could be either a design or a mechanic. You'll also notice way down here in the bottom left corner, you'll notice what appears to be some kind of pad. And it looks incredibly similar to the pad on the right because of the design. Like, here, let me zoom in on it. Right. Oh, you also notice these creepy guys here. Right around here. Oh, sorry, that's too far. Yeah, you'll notice there's some kind of pad right here in the bottom, in the left side. I'm assuming this pad will most likely be in the next teaser, or it'll probably be in some other picture that we are also going to review. It's hard to tell exactly what this picture is going to be of, because obviously it can't be like a wrapped image of this, because you can already see this entire pad, so there's going to be more than one animatronic outside the window to worry about. You'll also notice there are like static screens on the top of the room here. That could be a hint as something that'll let us know when danger is nearby. And let's see, what else do we have? We also have some, what I would assume to be some tiny flip switches at the bottom. Oh, but first, before we get to that, there's like a little button dial thing here. I would assume this is like a speaker, kind of like an intercom. You would push these buttons that would do different things with the animatronics. You'd push this button if that is a button, or do whatever to speak over the intercom. Which I do believe that. I recall in one of the teasers of the mini ballerinas, there was something that said, "Get back on the stage now." I think what would happen is if you clicked on this, if there is going to be a voice for the player, you would click this button and it would say, "Get back on your stage now," as if you're commanding the ballerina robots to get back on the stage, and they probably would. But not always. That's actually a very interesting concept, but that's what's going to happen. And like I said, you also notice these little things here. So so I have two guesses. This is either some kind of phone or some kind of intercom. Now what I would assume to be flip switches at the bottom, these are most likely for design since they're not exactly brightened. But I'm not exactly sure what these would do. Probably for design or something. So let's see. We got the panel in the windows. We got the baby mask. We got the baby clock. We got the little hidden pad here. We have these creepy guys, which I would assume are supposed to represent Bidybab, or Baby Dib, which is Bidybab backwards. We have the screens here. We have the intercom. We have this creepy thing, whatever the heck that is. We also have a camera here, which I would assume is video surveillance of what you do in this room. So there isn't just one side of this room, there's most likely two sides, hence the pad on the left here. So anyway, let us move on to the next image. Unless there's something we missed. I don't see anything we missed. There's also a... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, if you look closely, you can kind of see like a circle here. Most likely coming from that. But you can see like a circle, kind of like a circle of light. Kind of looks like a rainbow if you look closely enough at it. Anyways, let us move on to the next image. Image 2 of 6. Did it switch over? Yes, it did. Okay. So in this picture, this is actually the elevator from the teaser. I mean, from the trailer. Let's see. So there's a lot of things you can clearly see about this image. For one thing, you can see outside how there's these lights. In the trailer, the lights are going up, which means you're going down. You're descending. So this is probably, as most people would probably guessed, this is most likely how you're going to begin the game. And there's probably like some kind of cutscene afterwards that shows you going to your control room. Like in the last image, I'm assuming that's where you'll be. But most people have also assumed there will be more than one room, because one of the images / trailer shots showed something crawling through the vents and looking around. It's unknown whether it's going to be an animatronic's point of view crawling through the vents, or whether or not that's going to be you. Anyways, back to the view. You'll notice that there's also a Ballora picture. See Ballora here, with her mysterious eyes closed. It's unknown why. So you'll notice all the fancy buttons and pipes and stuff, pipes and wires. So this is going to be either one of the main rooms you have to watch out for animatronics in, or this is just going to be the opening cutscene thing. I can see underneath Ballora's skirt. So that looks really weird. You'll also notice right around here. Right around here, you'll see what looks like some kind of image or poster of baby and some sort of animatronic. It's hard to tell who the animatronic is because it's completely black. No racism jokes intended. This is serious. But it's hard to tell what it is. But we can clearly see on the left it's baby. There's also another button and another dial here, which I would assume if it's an elevator, it would tell you what floor you want to go to, which means there's like most likely more than 10 floors since there's at least 9 digits here. Which is oh so incredibly strange. Let's see what else we got here. There's also what appears to be another intercom-like device, and there's this thing here. Unless most of these are just like a reflection, these things look incredibly suspicious and mysterious. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Sorry guys, this is like my first time doing an actual review, so yeah, this is mostly an elevator. There's a vent here, which could connect to the vent screenshot /screenshot. So yeah, not much else to examine here. There's also this mysterious thing here, which looks like either a floor or something as the elevator goes down. But I'm not too sure. I think that's everything for this image though, unless I'm missing something, which I don't believe I am. There's just a couple of reflections here. Anyways, on to the next image. Here, we have what appears to be yet another control room. Now, as you recall, in the first image, I told you there was a pad on the left, which would most likely lead to yet another control room. Well, you see this pad here? Unless this is actually the room that controls the Balloras, or mini arenas. Actually, mini arena. There's only one Ballora. To be honest, I don't actually know if this is actually the room with the Balloras, or if the last room with the little pad was. Because I do believe this is actually the other half of the room that we saw. I mean, if someone decided to combine the two images together, then there's a very good chance this could actually prove to be the other room, the second half of the other room we saw. Let's go back a couple images. Nope, darn it. Okay, ignore that. So you see here, there's a pad here and a pad here. Go forward 2 images. You'll see that the first part is dark and damp, but you'll see here that the pad is in front of some metallic parts. So that wasn't the same background as the first part, but it's still likely that this is actually the other half of the first room we saw, or basically basically this could be the entire part of the first room we saw in the first image. So that's the first thing I noticed, because that there is a pad here, which could mean that there is most likely more than one mini arena to worry about. You'll also notice up here there are some lights. And although I don't really have an image to show it, I will tell you this. Each Funtime animatronic has a certain color of eyes. For instance, Funtime Freddy, I believe, has blue eyes. Baby has green eyes. Funtime Foxy has has orange eyes. And let's see, there's Baby, Foxy, Freddy, and Ballora. But there's actually another animatronic, the out-of-service animatronic, that has red eyes. But it's unknown if Ballora's eyes are also red. There's a good chance that it could be Ballora, or the out-of-service animatronic, aka the sister location puppet. Because these lights aren't just for fancy decoration. These could be alarms showing like Funtime Freddy's out, Baby's out, Funtime Foxy's out, and so on. These couldn't be designs. They could be, decorations. These have to be alarms. I mean, this isn't like some disco rave party. Sorry, okay, so these have to be like light alarms. Like each one could light up to let you know one animatronic is gone. So that's one interesting feature. Another feature here is a picture of Baby on the, a poster of Baby on the right. So the one that says celebrate. There's 2 Baby Dibs. They look small compared to her. Are you sure that the main animatronic should be called Baby when clearly there's 2 of them beside her? Come on, those look baby sized. Although it is said that these 2 must have like some kind of connection. In fact, what if the Baby Dibs are a reference to the victim of the Bite of 87? That the boy is younger than the girl from the FNAF 2 minigames, or the FNAF 3 minigames. Cause think about it this way. According to MatPat, this game could be based off of the girl getting or could be based off of the Bite of 87 victims. Let's just call him Coma Boy. According to MatPat, the girl with green eyes and brown hair in the FNAF 3 minigames, they say that not really say. There's a theory that she is the sister of Coma Boy. So if these 2 have a connection, this could be a reference to Coma Boy and Baby Girl. I don't really know if that's the case, but if that is, that would be very interesting. a reference within a game. That'd be cool. Let's see what else we got here. We also have this little creep. He kind of looks like Chester the Chimp from what's it called? Five Nights at Candy's. Kind of looks like him because of the ears and the, yeah. It's also unknown whether or not this guy is going to be another animatronic. In fact, when you think about it, he kind of looks like Biddy Bab. But yeah, it's unknown whether or not this guy is going to be an animatronic. But if he is, that is going to be absolutely terrifying. I mean, look at him. He stares into your soul. God, that's creepy. If this guy's going to be an animatronic, that'd still be interesting though, because he'd be like a magician. He'd Houdini his way through all the cameras. Get it? He'd Houdini his... Yeah. I'm trying to have some sense of humor in this video, guys. It's not like some kind of boring view. I want to make it a bit more hilarious. Anyways, so yeah, we have this, I'm going to call you Hootie, short for Houdini. We also have what looks like a puppet of Balloon Boy or something. Actually, when you look at it, that doesn't look like Balloon Boy at all. Because you'll notice he lacks the propeller on his cap, and he's not holding a sign or a balloon. And I'm pretty sure Balloon Boy has 2 buttons on his chest, not 1. And his eyes are also big and bulgy. And I think Balloon Boy lacks eyebrows. So this can't be Balloon Boy, obviously. Though it's obvious to most people, I'm just pointing that out. Like this has to be some other animatronic. Like a small kid. But it's unknown who it would actually be. Like, okay, so let's think about this. You can see it doesn't look like Balloon Boy because, as I mentioned, like a propeller, 1 button, eyebrows, not bulgy eyes. Yeah, this cannot be Balloon Boy. This has to be somebody else. Although he has a big nose. He also lacks a sign and or balloon. So who is this guy really? It's actually quite a mystery. And you'll notice in the behind him, either that's a reflection or you'll notice behind him there's some kind of image. Some kind of mysterious image right around here. But it's hard to tell what it could actually be. You might think it's a reflection of this puppet thing. But do you really see anything that could be a resemblance to him? I mean, sure, the light could be facing his back, and his lit up back could be reflecting off the thing, so we see a part of it. So we see the lit up part of his back in the reflection. But how do we really know that's actually him? This could be something else, although it looks to be almost the same size. And the length stops near the edge of his feet. So that's something. Also, there is a new control pad here. You'll also notice in almost every room there has been an intercom or a speaker. My guess is that in each room there's going to be 1 or more animatronics to look out for. Although you might think, oh Loyal, that's obvious. Of course it's going to be an animatronic to watch out for in each room. Think about this. In a game, there could have been some rooms in which there were no animatronics, but there was still something to check on. Right? So, I'm assuming in this game, if the intercoms represent an animatronic to command to get back to where they need to be, there's obviously going to be animatronics in each area. there's at least 7 animatronics, and I think maybe 3 or more different rooms. So yeah. So all these controls, there's like something hidden right here in the darkness. Could be a big button to like light up the stage or something, even though that's what this panel could be for. But it could also be for something else. Perhaps this is the button to actually speak through the intercom. I'm pretty sure most of this is also just decorations. But still, let's also try to get a really good look at what's around here. Let me just pull the curtains up right here. Oh, that's not really gonna work. So let's take a closer look. You'll also notice that in the background here, wait. Actually, you know what? That could very likely be the balloon puppet's reflection because of the cap. Looks really alike. So my bad. If you look in the background really freaking closely, you'll see that there's some kind of decoration here, some kind of stripes. Now, that's either the reflection of the room you're actually in, or that could be the room ahead of you in the behind the glass, behind the window, because the name of the place was I think Baby's Circus Pizza or something like that. And what do circus tend to have? Stripes. So it's very likely that you could be watching through all of this in a circus tent. You'll also see there's some kind of shape right here. Let me zoom in. If you look really closely, you'll see there's like some kind of shape here. Maybe lights or another animatronic. Now I know I'm not crazy because it's kind of hard to tell, but if you look really closely, you can see some smidges on the other side, lights or something similar. If you're really observant, there could be some animatronics awaiting in this room. There's also a big black button here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull the blinds down. Careful. Okay, that's better. So, let's take another look at this. I need to make sure my eyes can easily adjust to the darkness. So let's take a look here. Actually, that's not a big black button at all. I thought this was a control panel. No, this is right here. But what is this? What is this large, mysterious black thing? It's a major mystery as to what it may be. So yeah, like I said, if you look really closely, you can see some things. Like, what is this round thing? Like, it looks like... So yeah, basically this looks like a circus area or something similar. I'll try to find a brightened image so I can examine it. I think that's pretty much everything for here, though. Wait. What's that? On the right. And you know what? I'll try to find a brightened image if there is one. To the next image. You'll notice that there's not much to discuss here, but this is essentially the shot of the vents that I mentioned earlier. So this is a shot of the vents. Like I said, it's unknown whether or not an animatronic or you will be crawling through these vents in order to get to the other room. The odd thing though is the fact that why would you be using vents to get through other areas? Like, wouldn't you use a door or some kind of pathway. The vents would seem more like what an animatronic would use in order to get to you and in order to kill you. But as in the trailer, the camera's like panning around. But I think it's just I think it's just trying to fool people into thinking, oh, maybe this is how we're getting to other rooms. What if this could be a shot of an animatronic crawling through a vent? Because remember, in the first Five Nights at Freddy's trailer, there was an image of Bonnie running and taking off his face. So what if this could be similar, but it's just showing an animatronic crawling through the vents, although this in an animatronic's point of view, but just like in the Bonnie taking his face off thing, that bit won't actually be featured in the game. It'll just be showing what it would look like when the animatronics crawl through the vents. It's all rather strange. And like I said, there's not really much to show here, so actually, let's zoom in. There's really just dust here, but it's kind of hard to tell what would actually be here. So let's go on to image number 5. Oh, this is just the same image. My bad. Now here, this is something interesting. So as you can see here, we have Funtime Freddy. And oh my god. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh my god. That's the same image from FNAF World. And no, I didn't play that game. I just know it. Those are the same yellow eyes from FNAF World. I would know because I remember this. I remember this so well. I looked at this image like once or twice. How did I not notice this before? It seems like there's like some kind of shape here. Like there's some kind of like a box shape below these golden yellow eyes. I mean glowing golden below these eyes. But think about this. This can't be Baby because Baby has green eyes. They're emerald eyes if you want to get color specific. But I never noticed this glowing pair of eyes here before. And you'll notice, like, hold on, let me zoom back in. You notice that, also there's a bit of a Bonnie puppet here. Oh god, oh that's scary. You'll also notice there's a tiny little pixel here. Wait a minute. Hold on. So there's not really many animatronics here that have yellow eyes, except, well, huh? No, that's not it. This is bizarre. Who in the world could it? No, it can't be her either. I am majorly confused. Who could this be? Who in the world could this be? Come to think, when you get a really good look, It's almost like there's some kind of large square thing going down. Like if you get a good close look at this, you'll see that there's some kind of shape here that has a square box-looking shape for a body. But and the eyes are perfectly symmetrical, so it can't be some part of the background. So who could this be? Even I don't know, and I'm observant. And okay, so we'll get to that. I'll try to find info on that when I can. So also, hold on. Sorry, my headphones are being kind of dumb. So as you can see, here we clearly have Funtime Freddy. I would assume this shot is basically how it would look if one of the animatronics reached you. They would most likely charge at you and do whatever to you. Although, when you think about it, since there's like a control panel here, this is obviously a room, so an animatronic can of course kill you in any room. So this has to be either an animatronic closing in on you, getting ready for a jump scare, or the jump scare already happening. But what could all this mean? Like, there's golden eyes, there's Freddy in what looks like some kind of jump scare position. There's a control panel here. It's strange to think what all of this would mean. Although, it could all mean, it's most likely just an animatronic jump scare kind of thing, but I can't be too sure. You can also see Freddy has the Bonnie puppet here, which most people would assume that the Bonnie puppet is probably a separate part of Freddy. But if Freddy carried the puppet around instead of letting it walk around on its own, perhaps it's just a puppet. Part of the design to add to the intimidation, or the intimidating design. But, like I said, I can't be too sure. And all of these wires, that's a bit excessive for some little control, right? So, oh, by the way, I found out the out-of-service animatronic is called Ennard. So what if this is some kind of part of Ennard? What if he's hiding up there? Just waiting to strike or do something. All of this is rather confusing. Freddy's position, why he still has a puppet, all these wires, all the eyes. It's all a big mystery. But anyway, guys, I guess that's it for now on the examination of all these different images for Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. I may record this again, but I'm gonna try and figure out I'm gonna try and find different images to examine again. Anyway, guys, until next time.